All right, everybody, we're back after the games. We're here in Nanaimo in front of my dirty garage, and we're finally getting back to doing some exercise. Training. We're actually training now, not just exercising. But we've got the Rogue Invitational on the horizon, so things are starting to ramp back up, and yeah, I'm getting myself back into it. I'm feeling good. I'm ready for another year, so let's follow along and see what we get into.
Okay.
I asked her, I said, hey, I'm thinking it'll be really hard, but for this metcon, I want to see if I can do the dumbbells unbroken and then just, manage the rest. And she said, don't do that. And I think it's because it's still kind of easing into real training. She's like, honestly, it's written for time, but don't actually do it like full on anything weird. Just do like consistent effort. I don't want you to fade at the end, like break things up and be really steady and deliberate. So I'll probably just chunk it up. Maybe do like 10s of everything other than pistols. And just do that way through 10, 3 sets of 10, 2 sets of 10, 1 set of 10. And try to be like very mechanical on the breaks. Mm-hmm. And then that'll be the plan. So yeah, she didn't mince words. She said, don't do 30 dumbbell snatches unbroken. Fair enough. It was gonna be hard. So I like this better. It's gonna be hard.
Happy with that?
Yeah. Consistent effort. I feel like we've been working a lot on hard efforts, interval stuff, coming out hard and hanging on for high intensity sets and things. So that was better to start with like an obvious plan and just stick to it. Be consistent on the breaks. Tried to be like pretty much exactly the same for most of my rests on the dumbbells and the toes to bar. And then just be smooth on the pistols and things. Nothing frantic, nothing like over racing. And it was good. It's good to do stuff like that. I think one of my biggest weak points is that I'm generally a pretty slow mover. Like I move nice but slow a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. So sometimes in a cycle speed race, I just lose. So I work on that a lot. And then, it's hard for me. It takes a lot of extra effort. So lately that's become more normal for me to put that kind of effort into things. And it's just not always what's appropriate. So this was a nice reminder to dial that back and not over squeeze or, if you overuse your arms trying to go fast on the dumbbells, you'll burn out on the toes to bar and on the dumbbells later. So it's good. Pistols were a bit of a recovery. My legs are pretty tired from the session, but able to hang on all right. But that's a nice workout actually. Good skill and kind of grunt work. Nice rep scheme. I don't know, not bad. People should do that one.
Think Rogue's going to look a lot different than last year? You think it's going to look fairly similar? In terms of the setup? And
I would guess it'll be quite similar.
Yeah.
I think it wouldn't surprise me to see them do that hill again.
Yeah.
Or something like it. That's kind of out in that deep field area.
Yeah.
And that way we kind of use the diamond a little better. I know the strongman set up in certain parts of the diamond.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Like last year they had that wheel of pain in one corner.
Yeah, so you kind of couldn't use the whole field.
Mm-hmm. I think if you had us do like say an event where you're running around the whole diamond or something, you might have to work around some things like that, or that might change the setup of the field.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it'd be cool to see us do that, or do some sort of stadium run where in between rounds of a workout you're going up the bleachers and around the back and down. There's no reason why we wouldn't be able to do that. It's the same as the berm run was at the games in California. So
that's definitely doable.
Yeah.
Because that whole outfield was pretty open last year.
Yeah. So and the back corners for sure the one I don't know how you interpret a field, from the batting area or from the field?
Yeah, like by the foul poles.
Yeah, I know for sure the one side there's stairs. I'm assuming the other side's the same. We only ever came and went from the one. But if you did that, like up the stairs in the back corner, around the back, and then down the stairs, and then you run everybody back to their lane in the back end of the Zeus rig. I mean, you could do something like that pretty easy. So
Yeah.
those things are cool. I hope there's stuff like that. That Matter Hill was cool just because it was something different that kind of changed the landscape, and you had to, you know, try something different, right? So I like stuff like that. I hope it's more like that. But I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say we'll see some other strongman implements that we didn't see last year. Like maybe not pig flips and stuff, but maybe yokes, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Did they do yokes last year for the strongmen?
They did one for the strongman. It was like a heavy yoke.
Oh, the ramp?
They had to do the Viper press.
Yeah, okay.
It was stupid. I remember watching that event in the back. And as the guys would finish, they'd come up the stairs and come into the change room, the strongman. So we'd watch a guy go and do like, it was like a 1,000-pound yoke they'd move for 50 feet or something. And then do max log clean and press at like 365. And they had a minute time cap. And I think the guy who won it did like 9 reps or something like that. It was just stupid. These guys are coming up and they do a minute effort like that. Totally fine. Walking back to the outfield and up the stairs into the change room, just gassed.
Yeah.
They'd come in, they all have like portable fans, they're like blowing at themselves, like taking 3 people on their team to help pull their shirts off. They're just awesome. They're like the wholly other type of human. And they'd watch us go do a bunch of muscle ups and say, oh man, that's crazy. Like, guy, you just walked 1,000 pounds across the field. And then you were like pressing 365. It was hilarious. I can't wait to go back there just to talk to those guys again.
Yeah.
It's like the best part.
I heard somebody describe moving a 1,000-pound yoke as like you can feel your bones bending in your legs.
Yeah. And so then it begs the question, why are you doing that? Why don't you just put it down?
Yeah.
But they're awesome. They're just like, yeah, I don't know. We were trying to figure out how do you the difference for us, well, you had 5 pounds to my press, and I can't move it anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Like, our perception of weight is so different. Those guys will be like, they don't even know what's on the bar half the time. They just know it's heavy, so they push it as hard as they can, and then he's like, they come off like, well, you did 5 reps. How heavy was that log? I don't know. But it's awesome. They just do it. They're like, I don't know, it was heavy. And we're like, yeah, it was. That's awesome. They're just awesome. Like, I love it. They're such cool dudes, and they just are not what you would expect. So it's so funny to hang out with them in the back, and they're all just sort of like by the end of our competition last year, initially everyone's kind of split off and just like getting ready for competition in their own ways, and that's totally fine. And then by the end, as everybody gets comfortable with each other, everyone's just chatting and mingling, and it was just so cool to like learn about strongman from those guys, and we'd watch them in the back, they'd watch us in the back. It was super fun.
Nice.
So I'm psyched for that. I hope they have a really sweet strongman competition again this year.
I think they do.
Surely. It was a huge success last year from what I understand.
Yeah. That was really cool to watch.
Yeah, it was great. Watching the Stones on Saturday night was the best. I remember we finished. I won the last event for us that night. It was the Mule. Mm-hmm. And then we went up and watched them do the Stones from like up in one of the boxes. Actually with Justin's family. We went up and met with their family and watched the strongmen finish from the like one of the boxes up high. And just like, it was sweet. These guys just ripping 400-pound rocks and fireworks going off. It was just epic.
Do you usually look forward to the next day's programming to see what's going on, or do you usually just wait?
I try not to look because I'll just like, when I start to think about it, stress myself out. Because it's never worse than you think it's going to be, but it's often just as bad as you think it's going to be. So if I start thinking about it early, I'm just whipping myself for an extra day, you know. But usually I'll check, like, say this afternoon, I would check tomorrow's so that I can ask any questions to Michelle in time for her to answer, because she's 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So I'll usually look just in case I need clarity. But yeah, Freya asked about something for my tomorrow, so I had to have a peek. Regretted it.
That press ends up looking a little sketchy.
The press is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sketchy. I'm just trying to make sure my shoulders don't fly off the back or anything. I think Kelly makes you stronger, right? And now we're done. That's it. That's the day. 2 sessions in the bank. You know, pretty good effort, I feel like, from myself today. We're still ramping back up. We got a little, like 6 weeks maybe to get things really sharp. So feeling good, feeling ready, and I'll be ready to rock for the Rogue Invitational. Thanks for following along. Like and subscribe to the channel. We'll have more training stuff, more hot tips, more rehab, more anything you want. So stay tuned and follow along. Cheers.